Incoming transmission.
Welcome, Watchers of Illusion, to my Castle of Confusion, the first one of 2017, and it's a Mega Drive classic. Yes, good old Sega, trying to rival Nintendo with their version, sort of Tetris. They called Columns. It's kind of the same concept though. Line upon line of different colours and try and match them together to score points. This is 2 players, same as Tetris, and it's done via split screen, as you can see there. And yeah, it's actually quite good fun. I remember playing this quite a long time ago and getting fairly good scores on it, but I just don't think so. It's been quite a long time. I'm so out of practice on this. I'll do the best I can for you, but we can have a look at the game as we go. So basically, you can see there you have almost a Tetris-like layout, but you've got gems, and you've got to match the different coloured gems. Now the difference is here you can go diagonally across, up and down, and you'll see as we go. But graphically, it's all right, isn't it? It's not like massively special or anything. But then Tetris wasn't exactly special either. But it was nice to see Sega bust out a game that was very, very good and very close to Tetris. Because obviously Nintendo held the license for Tetris, so they couldn't use the same sort of game anyway. So they modified and changed things round a bit and did things a little bit differently, and it worked for them. It was a very, very popular game, this, and to be honest, after playing this again after years and years and years, I can see why. So yeah, it's basically this was the Tetris rival, and they did a very good job, I have to say. Colour-wise, it's lovely. All the gems there, nicely coloured, easy to see, nice colour schemes. So you get the greens, yellows, blues, purple, red, orange, and it's easy to link them together. Now you can move the gems around as you drop them, but once they kind of hit the hard bit, when they drop, that's it. You can't modify where the gems go in order anymore. So you've got to be quite precise when you're doing that. And this is a game well known for basically giving you all the wrong gems at all the wrong times, especially when you need something very, very badly and it just refuses to give you that gem. But then, you know, Tetris kind of had the same thing as well. So yeah, I mean, this is fun, and it's good fun against a friend as well, because it's not cooperative or anything like that, so yeah, you are playing against friends. And you can see there I was in an L shape with the orange gems there, so there's no specific order you can do this in. As long as they all link together, you can pop out some fairly impressive combinations with this game. And I think that kind of had a little edge over Tetris in a way. But Tetris, I think the popularity with Tetris was because it was just so simple and easy to pick up and play. Not that this isn't easy to pick up and play, it is. But there's a bit more technicality with this than there is with Tetris, I think. I think you've got a bit more strategy involved in where you put the gems. And you'll see that as we go. But it's nice, the music's nice enough. I don't think it's as catchy as the Tetris tunes. I'm making a right pig's ear of this level. Oh well, never mind. So I hope you guys all had a cracking New Year's Eve, by the way. I can't believe we're in 2017 already. I mean, last year just went incredibly quickly. So let's hope this year's a little bit more celebrity friendly, shall we say? But we had a nice time here. We had a good get together playing Cards Against Humanity, and if you haven't played that, then I suggest you do. Yeah, you've got to have a bit of a wicked sense of humour for that. And be prepared to be disgusted about pretty much anything. Leave your morality at the door. That's all I'm going to say. But yes, it was very pleasant. So I hope you guys all had a very nice New Year as well. Let me know what you got up to in the comments. I'm always willing to go and have a look at those and see what you guys are up to. So yeah, the scheduling for the Retro Revival show basically stays pretty much the same as it has done. 3 reviews a week. It's not guaranteed, depending on what's going on in the personal background, so to speak. But I will aim to do 3 a week, and I'm going to try and bust out the Dungeon of Drax a bit more often than I did last year, which, if you didn't know, was all the horrendous games that get published and are just god-awful to play. Also, there's probably going to be a couple of new features. There's the back-to-back attack. I'm still working on that, and I've just screwed this level up horribly, I think. Back-to-back attack, and also there's going to probably be a feature on games that are ridiculously hard. Talking of ridiculously hard, and that I just could not get myself out of. I'll tell you what, let's have another go, though, because it gives you guys another chance to see just the genius of this game, really. It's going to score high. Let's just face it, it's going to score high because it's good fun. Colour scheme's nice, it's smooth, it's relatively easy to pick up and play, so it's great for first timers and beginners. It's good for intermediate and advanced players of this sort of genre. So if you come out straight from a Tetris game, then you're probably going to be quite comfortable playing this, and I like that. The sound is very good as well, like the music as you go. It's not intrusive, it's quite pleasant as you go along. I believe you can change the music in the options as well. I think there's a couple of extra soundtracks that you can choose from, but that's going literally from memory. I haven't actually checked it out. I just wanted to get stuck in and give this game a go. Apart from World of Warcraft, this is the first game I've played in 2017, so there we go. So yes, puzzle games, not my forte, as you can probably see, but I do enjoy them from time to time. I think they're quite good fun, and they can be quite good for relaxing with as well, as long as you don't get sort of that cheat factor going on. You know what I mean by that? Where you literally need to have a coloured gem and it just keeps racking up all the gems that you don't need, that kind of thing. I used to get that with Buster Move quite a lot as well, but you know, it keeps you on your toes, I suppose, would be the best way to describe it, really. But yeah, the fact that it's got a 2-player is nice. So it means you can have a couple of mates round, or a friend round, and you can both of you get stuck in. Now I think it's the same rules as any other sort of game of this caliber, where you drop your gems and make connections, and then their screen starts getting a bit more full. I think that's the way it works. So you drop your gems, and your gems drop onto their side of the screen, and making their life a little bit harder. So I believe that's the way it works. But don't hold me to that, because it's difficult to play 2-player with one person. So yeah, I don't get the opportunity very often to do anything here on the Retro Revival show that involves more than just me being here. But never mind. You can see basically that this would be what would be happening on player 2 screen, except for like there where I made a connection there, then it would drop gems over onto their side of the screen. So that's all there is to that, really. But it's nice. It's nice to have a 2-player option. I always think that games normally excel when there's 2 of you playing it, because especially if you're competitive, like I know a few of my friends are quite competitive when it comes to gaming and in life in general. But it's very good fun, and I think you would enjoy this. If you're not into this kind of game, then you're probably not going to enjoy it, let's be fair. But it's worth a play. It's worth a play. Just to say you've played Columns, because it's one of those sort of iconic games that Sega really did. They backed the right horse with this game. They really did. And they didn't have much choice, really, because Tetris was already snapped up by Nintendo. Nintendo had the full rights to that, and there was no way they were going to let that go. So, yeah. I mean, it was only later on that we actually saw Tetris for different systems. And if you remember, I actually reviewed Tetris on the ZX Spectrum last year as well, so go and check that review out if you fancy a look at a very well done 8-bit version of Tetris. But yeah, there weren't any different versions of Columns as far as I know. I think there was a Columns 2, I think there was variations of the Columns franchise, but I don't think it appeared on any other systems. I think Sega basically had the full rights to that. So that's all jolly and good, isn't it, folks? So yeah, so this is basically the gist of the game. Just keep dropping those coloured gems on top of each other, get the highest score that you possibly can before your blocks hit the ceiling, and you can no longer put any in there. That's as simple as it gets. It is basically Tetris with gems, but I like the fact that you can do them in crisscross lines, diagonals. It opens up a bit of a more wider variation of gameplay for the same sort of game. And I think that's quite clever, really. Here we go again, making a right mess of this level. So I'll probably leave it there, guys. Anyway, so I hope you've enjoyed the review. You have to excuse me, my calibre isn't up to its normal scratch. I'm absolutely knackered. But I will be back shortly with a new review. Hopefully I've caught up with a bit of sleep by then. And I'll be back very soon with a brand new review as we plod through 2017. If you've got any requests, as always, drop them in the comments and I'll see if I've got them. And if I've got them, I'll play and review them for you. Anyway, Happy New Year, everybody. I hope it's going to be a great year for you all. And let's just plough through it together. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys. Do appreciate it as always. Like, share and subscribe, and I'll catch you very soon. Bye for now.